Hi, my name is Bill Wiesner, founder of tcfamily.org. What follows is a 12-minute conversation I had with Dr. David Pilgrim, Vice President and Diversity Head at Ferris State University. I agree with his strong arguments against any racial discrimination, and I believe we should show love to all people, but I disagreed with his promotion of homosexual behavior during his talk. And I agree with him strongly that the university is the marketplace of ideas, and you should bring all of them. Going on, I compared the promotion of homosexual behavior across our country as like the Sandy Hook Elementary tragedy. He disagreed strongly, but in a sense it is actually worse, because Sandy Hook was obviously a terrible crime to all, while the promotion of dangerous homosexual behavior to our children is being falsely promoted as something to keep them safe. You watch and you decide. Watch also for the 20 different Truth Academy about homosexuality street sign images that I have included in this transcription. Thanks for watching.
I believe the university is a marketplace of ideas, and that we bring all of us. But the difference is like when he gets done talking, I get served. Or someone gets served. He doesn't just sit there. He needs to take it clear and turn it into a term of how.
Can I ask one thing? I believe all this, we're all created by God. I'm a Christian. I believe that's real important. So I wouldn't try to be hateful towards anyone. But all these different people groups you've mentioned, but you've mentioned homosexuality too. How is that the same as black, Korean? How, and what seems to be equated the same, or similar anyway. How do we see the great divide in our country on that issue? Many people, myself included, think it's being promoted to our school children. In fact, I've got a website, TC Family, where we've got the largest series on this in the country, the Truth Academy about homosexuality. And it's simply to say, this is not the same as rape. We should certainly love all the homosexuals, but it's basically a deception. This show that's coming out tonight at 12 midnight is the part I speak at the end of it, the last 13 minutes, and bring up a lot of Alfred Kinsey's teaching, which was basically just, it's called sexual, I forget the word, but it's false. His teaching was false. It's called science. That's how the morality of the time was displaced, but it wasn't science.
Well, let me get you make 6 different points. Let me get to one. I don't think about that from the love game.
I do love games.
No, but I'm not asking you.
No, I do, and I think the people that are concerned about it love them actually more than those that go along.
Here's the point. No one's asking love, we're asking don't mistreat people.
Absolutely.
Talking about loving someone, and they're not even doing the basic treatment. So in your workplace, treat them the same way you would everything else.
Absolutely.
And recognize that this country does not belong to you or to them, but to all of us.
Right, and the school children, the kindergartners on up who are being promoted this, which is extremely dangerous behavior.
Well, we can disagree about that. But,
watch the show and we'll see if you get a chance.
But I will watch the show, and I'm a sociologist. I've talked to physicists, I've talked to geneticists, I've talked to theologians, I've talked to political science, I've talked to people from every field. There ain't a single human who knows why some folks are gay and some people should. People have theories.
40 to 90% of them have been sexually abused by the studies before they, realized that they were gay. You see a correlation there?
Okay, well, first I'm not sure about that. But even if you took that to be true, what you're offering then is a reason why you should be not mistreating them. And why you should understand.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
And if we can agree on this right here, that in the workplace, you treat them with the same respect that you treat other people. In your neighborhood.
But not the behavior. The behavior is harming themselves and harming those that are being promoted to.
You agree? That's your right to feel that way.
That's the CDC statistics.
Okay. Well, my point is this right here. Treat them as fellow Americans. You can patriotic American?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Patriotism is more than getting misty-eyed when you hear this song being played. It's how we treat other Americans. They're gay Americans. Okay?
There are those who practice homosexuality.
Treat them the way you want to be treated as an American. Treat them with respect. No one's asking you to be gay. All right? Treat them with the same respect you have with other. If you believe they're going to hell, if you believe they're wrong, all that's fine.
I believe those who lie, steal, blaspheme are going to hell if they're unrepentant.
Because let's try to think exactly what happened to my people when people came here. And we already had teachings and things to where the world was beautiful. We knew how to treat people. We didn't have jails and all of this. And then people came, and somebody, our way wasn't the right way. And that's kind of what I'm saying. That these people aren't doing it right.
Well, we
got to change that. Oh, that's what happened. And you have to have the right to feel to disagree. You have the right to disagree with your deal. But this is not your country. This is our country.
I understand.
Okay, but no.
I do.
When you're saying that you want that these are dangerous, that they should be protected against them, they have to be stopped in some way.
It should be discouraged.
It should be discouraged.
Yes, because it's
based on atheist friends who believe that you should be discouraged.
I'm just saying.
No, but I'm asking about this. Let's get off of that for a minute. What about my atheist friends?
You don't have to talk to your friends. They're already discouraging Christians all over the news. Every place they're slamming them and they're making jokes about Christians. Any news story or sitcom that you see, the Christian is, despised, and the homosexual is idolized. And I haven't seen any of the shows. I don't watch them.
That's not true. You can't go more than 2 blocks in this country without running up on a church, temple, or synagogue. This is the most religious country that exists on this planet. The idea that Christians are under assault and it's going to go away in some way that's fantasy. Okay? The reality is this right here. You share this country with people that don't see the world the way you do. You have to learn to share this country with them.
I'm not going to sit by idly while they promote this in the schools.
Okay.
Kindergarten is on up right now.
Okay, and what about...
We're concerned about the shooting recently of those young kids.
That had nothing to do...
Okay, I know it then. No. But we should protect the vulnerable children.
What does that have to do with this conversation?
Okay. It has a lot to do with it.
What does that have to do with this conversation? If you were talking about mental illness, if you're talking about gun laws, then I can see the segue to that. That has nothing.
Well, let me just make this. No, I'm not. The segue is that schools, educators come in here, hear you talking about the homophobic term, and that's another thing. Is it homophobic? A racial slur? I'm not afraid of gays. Kirk and Madsen in their book, the agenda for the homosexuals and After the Ball, said use homo-hatred, label them as homo-hatred. And they use propaganda. You'll see if you watch the show that's running starting tonight at midnight at Up North Media. Okay, tcfamily.org, you can get it that way, or go to Up North Media. But I show the propaganda is listed like at least 10 times in the book. Propaganda is
not propaganda. You're saying Christians don't propagandize in this country? Come on.
Okay, I would say Christians should share their view. You can look at it as propaganda, but it should be based on truth. They're saying in their propaganda is totally legitimate.
But that's what you say.
I'm saying.
I gotta live in a country with you and gays. Okay, that's the difference. I don't want you out of the country. I don't want them out of the country.
I'm concerned. Well, you haven't explained how the gays, as you said, are the same similarities.
You said things, but I said that this is about the way people are mistreated. They could just be mistreated on the basis of their skin color, their body size, who they choose to love, or whatever. This is just about the way we make them. And if nothing else, what you've demonstrated is gays for you are definitely a villain.
I had a homosexual roommate for a year. We got along wonderful.
That's great.
And I love them.
They are a villain.
They're what?
I'm not even sure what that means. Okay. What I'm saying is this right here. I'm living in a culture with you, and I'm living in a culture with gays. And if we're to be a democracy and an ethical community, if you want to be that Chinese figure on the top of the hill that President Reagan talked about, it means we all learn to live together in the same culture.
But now they're into the schools.
We've always had gay people going to school.
Right.
Christians like this. Should we put the Christians out of the school?
No, I'm not saying, but I'm saying now the teachers are promoting reading Heather Has Two Mommies and such to the elementary school. Right. And if you look at when Heather Has Two Mommies,
can I just tell you that I've been fascinated by everything you said today. It was really captivating. You're a great speaker. I have a feeling you could talk for another 3 hours.
I think I'll get up to that. But let me get one thing. I have atheist friends.
I do too.
But here's the difference. I'm the vice president of the school that has atheists in it. Every year at Christmas, they say to me, we are bombarded on this campus with Christmas trees and with all this stuff. Every year they say to me, we don't want Hanukkah. We don't want any of this stuff. What are you going to do? This is our campus.
Good for you.
Well, wait a minute. Here's my point. A diverse campus has them all. And God, let every soul work out his own soul salvation. Let that person work out his own salvation.
Not when they're after the kids.
Look what he's thinking. You out of here?
Right.
And the Buddhists and the Hindu aren't sure.
And the Christians think the Muslims.
And not just the Christians. The Jehovah's Witnesses think one of them.
Right. Okay. It's the Muslims that are killing people when they disagree.
Let's go with the Christians. The 70 exemption.
That was wrong.
The 70 exemption. When you can't just go to Muslim kill people, that was wrong. The 70 exemption.
And 99% of the time.
70 exemption. Think you're wrong. The church is
right. That's fine.
You're wrong.
That's fine.
But you say Christian as if it's just some Muslim.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
My point is there are Christians who are gay.
It's an oxymoron. You can't be Christian and gay because the Bible says, you can't lie, you can't steal, you can't blaspheme.
You really only go to Leviticus and talk about how we can't eat shellfish.
Right. Those are dietary laws. Those are God's moral laws.
My kids for talking back to me.
Right.
You want me to do that?
Sure, go ahead.
No, I don't want to.
You can watch our video on Dr. Robert Gagnon, who speaks to all those issues.
What I want
he knows it all about that.
is to find this ground right here. Well, we can agree that this is not your country. It's not their country. It's not your country. It's not his country. It's not my country. It's our country.
Right.
And it is a country that has always had gay people, has always had straight people, has always had all these people. And the fact
it's only had gay people since 1869 when they tried to change it to the word homosexuality. They've had people that practiced, then it was called sodomy. That was a behavior.
Wow.
And they tried to change it to an identity. In 1869 and more recently, with Kirk and Madsen after the ball, look at it as an identity. They say, we know it's not really that way.
They're counted 17 times you say that. 17 times.
Those who are promoting it.
You just keep saying they and them.
Right. Well, if you look anywhere in the country, anyone in the news, anyone in the sitcom. But you being a they, and thanks very much. Check out the show.
Okay, where is it?
It's at tcfamily.org, or just go to Upload Media. You can watch it. If you don't mind, I was just coming from my jacket. I wasn't trying to get you here, but if you don't mind, I'll put you on my email list.
You can do that.
Okay, and look at this one. I'll try to get to you. Or do you have a card?
A card?
Or just find it through Ferris?
Yeah. Do you have a pen on it?
I don't have a card
because I think I gave them.
Let's see, I got this. This is my form here. It's probably is it on here? No, I don't need a card. It's just yeah, I appreciate it. And on this one, I'm going to send out 40 from the book by Judith Reisman on Alfred Kinsey. He's the father of the sexual revolution, but actually he's a homosexual. And I mean, extreme myself. And so I've got like 40 notes from the first 3 chapters of the book. Okay, so I'm going to send those out to the press like this weekend. So. Okay, appreciate it. I enjoyed your talk. That's the only thing. And again, though, when you use the word homophobic, how is that different from nigger? Just consider that, because it was started by Kirk and Madsen. They said use homo hatred. They just tweaked it to homophobic. And they were using that at Central High School 12 years ago when I was first concerned about here that I'm promoting this dangerous behavior to the kids for the last 12 years. So, all right, well, hey, I appreciate your talk.